Welcome, Taurus. Let's take a look at the chakras, starting with the root chakra, January 2021. And we have Nine of Cups. Okay. So with the root chakra, Nine of Cups in the root chakra, what we're looking at here is, so first off, I'm going to say this is actually a pretty good card to have because it does feel like you do have a certain sense of things have kind of been going your way. Not completely, it's at a 9, not at a 10, but there have been some pretty good things that have been happening for you lately. You've been very, very aware of that, and that's actually made you very happy, especially with you being a very fixed sign. But what I'm also feeling here, though, is there's also the fear of, is this all that there is? It's like you might even feel like you're kind of chasing something, but like it's like a dog chasing its tail and not really getting anywhere. So it's almost like, what is this all that there is? Am I doing the right thing? Like there's a lot of doubt, a lot of uncertainty, and you're not exactly sure what the next thing is. And so that's might be weighing on your mind a little bit. So remember though that, when it comes to, is this all that there is? The answer is no, but the answer is also within, right? When we become much more in alignment with ourselves, and this is something that if you watch my other videos, you hear this a lot. When we come into alignment with ourselves, then we're going to be able to figure out exactly how to come to terms with our perspective, so that way we can start viewing things from our higher self. Okay, but this is not. Trust me, this is not a fear that's gonna linger forever. You're going to be able to see how things are unfolding for you as long as you surrender, the whole I have to figure it out. Okay. All right. So sacral chakra, the magician. Okay, this is interesting because in the sacral area, this is where we end up really manifesting things. In the root chakra, things come into the three-dimensional realm, but like think about like in a woman's body, well, man's body too, where the reproductive organs are, but like for a woman, this is where we grow a baby, this is where we create. So the fact that this is in reverse, you might have some creative energy that's being blocked right now. You might feel kind of stuck. You might feel like your creative juices aren't flowing. You might feel kind of blah right now. So, what I'd probably say with that, make sure there's a lot of things you can do with this, but make sure that you are giving some time to physical movement, physical exercise. You might want to do some yoga hip opener exercises. You might want to do hula hoop, do some salsa, dancing at home, like a Zumba or something like that. That can kind of get the hips moving, move the energy, circulate the energy in the sacral area. And then that way you can kind of bring your spirit back. You want to really anchor things back into your body. It kind of feels like your spirit's kind of floating out there a little bit, kind of hanging on. So that's something that you can do to kind of bring that back. There's other suggestions I give too, depending on the situation for my clients, but that's the first thing that comes to mind. So that's probably what needs to be said. So let's take a look at the solar plexus for you, Taurus. The sun in reverse here. Um, so, you want to make sure that you're not trying to control, micromanage things. Okay. I hesitate to say it like that, but that's just the best way that I can put it. You like kind of things the way that they are. You're not a sign that's really, really big on change. But in order to have the sun upright, you want to let go of the control. You want to let go of the, things have to be this particular way. People have to do things particularly. People have to pay attention to me the way that they used to, like that whole thing. You need to let go in order for all of all of the chaos that you're perceiving as chaos to fall into an order that you can see it for what it really is. you actually have a lot of blessings that are like on its way to you. I feel like you're blocking them though. Okay, does it feel like that, Taurus? So heart for Taurus, please. Heart chakra for Taurus. Don't block. It's a very common thing for people to block their blessings. They don't realize that. Those are some energies that I work on with the masculine and feminine energies when I do my energy clearings. But here, let's, okay, so heart chakra, great, Queen of Wands. Okay, Queen of Wands, very confident, very sure of herself. I mean, it is more of a fire sign, but that's okay. We're talking about the characteristics and traits and all of that. In the heart area. So you know, you do have like this there's this like genuineness and uh, there's a genuineness and authenticity to you that comes through, even though there may be some, you know, insecurities kind of looming at the surface that you're afraid people are going to find out. But the thing is, with the Queen of Wands, you know, you're very sure about the things that you're really sure about. So, for example, you know, we're talking about the heart center. When you give, there's no question of it. You don't second guess, you don't hold back, you just do it. Um, and also, too, when you know, when you receive, you know, especially if it's coming from someone that you trust, it's really easy for you to do that too. So here's the thing, though, Taurus, in the heart center with the Queen of Wands in the heart center, you also want to make sure that there's no like you know, when you give, when you receive, that you don't like attach these strings to whoever it is. Okay. It's not a case of I give, so therefore, you know, when it's my turn, I'm going to get, right? You when you give or when you receive, no, make sure there's no strings attached. You're not energetically courting to anybody else, because then it feels like a transaction. Then it becomes more of like an obligation for the other person. So you want to be careful with that. Okay. That might be something that might be coming up for you right now. You might be having conversations about that with people who you're really close to. Okay. So throat, um, throat for Taurus. Okay, let's take what came out first, the world in reverse. Okay, so be careful of gossiping. Be careful, because it's going to bite you. It's going to bite you in the ass one way or another. So be careful of gossiping. Be careful of also be careful of spending too much time either like with the news or anything right now, because that's really going to bring your energy down. Understand that everyone has their up and down moments, and it's not like you don't know this, but like if people are in a particular spot and you might end up kind of judging whatever it is that they're doing at that time, remember, they have their season, you're going to have your season, and then you're not going to want people talking about your stuff. You're going to, you know, you might get a little defensive, you know, if other people may be talking about a situation that you're in. So this is one of those things where it's, you know, it's a circle. The world is a circle. So it's almost kind of like what goes around comes around. Okay, so be careful of how you use your communication, because you want to make sure that you're using it to uplift others, not just venting, not just complaining, not gossiping. All right, so third eye, please, for Taurus. Third eye, please, for Taurus. Third eye, please. Three of Wands in reverse. All right. So you might, the thoughts that you're having, you might be, it's like you have like these grandiose things. So what I'm sensing is like you might be limiting them because you just can't see how something is going to come, how. when really the how is not always our job. The how is, the how is the universe's job. So if there's things that you want to do, or you had like these big aspirations, but you kind of put them aside because you didn't know the how, you could still pick up where you left off. But you can't be doing, well, how is that going to happen? And thinking of all the different obstacles along the way instead of the possibilities. So, so be open to the possibilities. Like in this card, he's looking at the ships far off in the distance. Um, Things don't have to feel so far away as long as you're taking action. But you can't take action if you keep going, well, that's not going to work, and this is not going to work, and I don't see how, So what you need to really do is start acting towards the vision. As you take even small steps, small actions, you're going to get downloads, inspiration of what to do next, how to make things better, how to get to the next level. So don't put the cart before the horse. Okay. You want to, because if you don't, see, here's the thing, if you don't go after what it is that you want, you're going to regret that. You're going to regret that you didn't even try. Okay. So crown chakra, please. Crown chakra, please. There we go. Chariot in reverse for the crown chakra. Okay. So with who it is that you want to be, remember that we are always meant to change. We're always meant to grow and evolve. So even if there's like this picture of you of who it is that you want to be, you have to understand that that's also fluid. Um, I feel like you might be seeing things rather in like black or white. It's going to be one way or not at all. And that really eliminates your possibilities. It eliminates your ability to reach for the next version of you, to become the next version of you. Um, and as a result, it slows down your progress because you keep focusing on either the past or how you're not at where you're at. And when you take yourself, and this is kind of a quantum physicsy kind of thing, if you kind of take yourself out of that, then the trajectory that you're on is going to be totally skewed. You need to bring yourself back into where you're at now in space time, or time space, whichever way you want to say it. So when you bring yourself back into your body and you just use, whether you're judging yourself or using or saying this is only the time that I have left, use that to propel you forward. Don't use it as like a shackle to keep you where you're at. Okay. Whenever, it's kind of like when you start like on a running program, diet program, or other exercise, whatever the case may be, you're always checking in with yourself, right? You check in with your accountability partner, you check in with your app, you check in just to see, okay, where you are in the stream of things. And it's the same thing, So I really feel like for whatever reason, like you're kind of down on yourself for where you're at right now. So that's the reason why I'm saying this. Don't see things as black and white. They're fluid. They're fluid. You're fluid. You're meant to change. You're not even obligated to be the same person as you were an hour ago. Okay, so hopefully this resonates with you. If it does, comment below. And I do personal chakra readings recorded. So go to my site under plans and pricing. It's a monthly subscription, no obligation. You can cancel at any time. I'll be able to take a look at your chakras and send that to you in a recording. Thanks for watching.